HaShamayim, we're moving home. L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim. We prayed with a lot of kavanah. And Friday night, it was 6:30, and there was a knock on our door. And the first person came. And the second person came. And the third person came. And we had Kabbalat Shabbat of 40 people, all of whom are sitting here with us today. And the message was loud and clear. That without a rabbi, without a rabbanit, there's no such thing as a community, and there's no such thing as a Beit Knesset. And we sat and we spoke. We said, so what's our plan? So the plan is that our community didn't go anywhere. We just moved into your living room. And we did. We were here for 4 months in my living room. And I have to say to all of you who are brave enough, see, when we were crossing the sea, many people were afraid to be the first person to jump into the sea. It's easy to come now, 6 months later. We have a Beit Knesset, we have a Sefer Torah. But those of you who are willing to jump into the sea behind us, you followed us into a desert, into a place where we couldn't promise you that we were going to be here today. We could not promise you that. And you were here, and you're still here. And next time we have a simcha, there's going to be just as many of us, double B'ezrat Hashem. And that first Shabbat was Parshat Emor. We're sitting here. Comes time to take out the Torah, and we took out a blue art scroll chumash. And we said, hey, we can't keep doing this anymore. And so we put out our feelers. Where can we find a Sefer Torah to borrow from? We're in a town that we don't have so many friends. And Shaviti wasn't able to reach out to many of the people that we thought might be able to help us out. But they have those amudei hachesed, those pillars of strength, those pillars in every community. My parents were in Israel. They said, we know such pillars. They're called the Platts. They're our cousins. They live in Los Angeles. Maybe Arthur and Yafa, maybe they have an idea of a synagogue in LA we could borrow a Torah from. I don't know exactly how the story went. But I know that Thursday night, before our second Shabbat, Yafa called me up. Forgive me if I get emotional. And Yafa told me tomorrow morning, there's going to be a Sefer Torah at your doorstep. Written in Yerushalayim, sent to you from New York, in a box. It'll be waiting for you by 10:30 a.m. And my friends, Tzaddik Gozer, a righteous person like Arthur and Yafa, Gozer, they decree, the Kadosh Baruch Hu Mekayem, and FedEx has his way, and Baruch Hashem, there was a Sefer Torah here at 10:30 in the morning. The next week, I was in Yerushalayim for 4 days. I had to do a wedding for one of my students. I was in Yerushalayim. Yafa said, hey, you don't have a case. I found this store. Go check it out. I have 4 days on the ground in Yerushalayim. I get in a taxi. I hop into Canyon Ramot. I found the case. I sent Yafa a picture. They told me we're mailing it to you in San Diego in a week from now. My friends, there are people who speak a lot and don't do anything. This week's parasha. What about Ephron? All he could do was talk. But there are people like Arthur and Yafa who speak and they do. Baruch Omer Ve'oseh. There are those who speak and they do it. And on behalf of myself and the whole community, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for blessing us with a Sefer Torah. The theme today, as you see on the tables, trees, nature. And those two words are very important for me, and I want to share with you an idea behind them. A tree brings me to the first pasuk that we remember a tree. Many of you know we close the Hechal, we say, Etz Chaim Hi. We sing it's a tree of life. This Torah that's behind me, it's a tree of life. It's the only thing you can hold on to in the world that will carry you through anything you go through. The Sefer Torah is our life. Etz Chaim Hi lamachazikim ba. But those who support the Torah, those who support a new community, the Tomchei HaMeushar, those who support will always be blessed with happiness. What's special about a tree? It says tzaddik, katamar yifrach. A tzaddik, a righteous person, will sprout like a palm tree. What's so special about a palm tree? It grows straight up, and it has many branches on top, but it goes straight up. The Torah teaches us there are many paths to the Torah, but this is a special tree that has only one heart. And all together here, there are many communities, many holy rabbis that are sitting here from different communities, from different styles, from different flavors. But this Torah is the one thing that unites all of us. It's the Torah that we believe in. Some people say V'zot HaTorah. Some people say Wazef HaTorah. Some people say V'zois HaTorah. But we all have pointed to the same Torah. The same Torah that carried us through until today. In nature, the Mekubalim tell us the Torah is not hard. The Torah is our nature. The Zohar says, Yistakel kutsha b'richu ba'oraita. HaKadosh Baruch Hu looked into the Torah. He opened up and looked into the words. Uvari alma, and he created this world. This world is not in conflict with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not in conflict with the Torah. This Torah is the blueprints of the world. And this Torah is the way we understand the world. And that's what we've been trying so hard to do here in Kehillat Shaar HaShamayim. And what about Arthur and Yafa? A tree. There's a story in the Talmud about a rabbi who came to a tree and he ate from the fruits of the tree. He drank from the water that went by the river that was by the tree. And he said, Ilan, Ilan, tree, Bama barechecha, what can I bless you with? If I'm going to bless you that your fruits should taste good, they taste good. If I bless you that you should have water under your roots, you have a whole river. Rather, my blessing to you is may all the other trees that come out of you, may they be just like you. To all the children of Arthur and Yafa, the sons-in-law, the daughters, the cousins, the uncles, the aunts, may all of you merit in your lifetime to be as prestigious, as respectful, and as humble as Arthur and Yafa. It's my blessing to you. Shekol netiyot hayotzim mimcha yiyu kemotcha. May all those the trees that come out of you be just like you.
Amen.
About nature. And about nature, I spoke to Yafa earlier. Do you want to speak? No, we don't like to speak. Do you want me to say things? No, we don't want to thank you. Even when I was raised there, can I put an email thing? I don't like thank yous. It's natural for these two tzaddikim to be humble, to not ask for anything. And it's precisely because they're so humble and they're so natural in their support of Torah that my wife and I would like to present on behalf of the community a small gift, a token of our appreciation to Arthur and Yafa. בואו תעמדו איתי. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכי המאושר. In appreciation to Dr. Arthur and Yafa Platt for your dedication and generosity to Shiviti and for the blessing of our first Sefer Torah. With much love and gratitude, Rabbi Yonatan and Rabbi Halevy, 26th of Cheshvan, 5776. And perhaps because we're already here, I'll share with you a story about a Sefer Torah. There's once a guy who comes to the Bet Knesset and they ask him to lift the Torah. He gets up, he lifts the Torah, and Chalila lo aleinu v'lo alechem, he drops the Torah. The whole community is crying. He's so embarrassed he runs out and says, I'm never coming back to the synagogue until I go to a gym and work out. He goes for 6 months, he's working out, that's what we say, l'itchazek. He was working on his muscles. He comes back to the Bet Knesset, they come in, the Gabbai calls him up again, he runs up, picks up the Sefer Torah, opens it, turns around 3 times, puts it down, turns to the Gabbai and says, how was it? So that was great for the third Aliyah. Here in Kehillat Shaar HaShamayim, we don't just lift the Torah, we don't just dance with the Torah, we put this Torah into action. And I want to thank you as the Rabbi and on behalf of the Rabbanit for allowing us to build a community here that doesn't have strings attached. It doesn't have boards and sisterhoods and brotherhoods that tell us, oh, the mechitza could be this high, and we're going to have dancing over here, and we're going to eat this kind of food. But you really, really, really put your trust in both my wife and myself. And for that, there's no thank you in the world that's big enough. And I'm blessing us together. This is the first time we're dancing with our Sefer Torah, but it's not the last time. There are many more Torahs to come. Both Torahs that sit on tables, Torahs that sit on the arks, and Torahs that will be our children that will come out of this community and will grow to be true B'nai Torah, true children of Torah. May we all see that day very, very soon, B'ezrat Hashem. Maybe I can ask Yossi to lead us in the next dance, B'ezrat Hashem.